Welcome to video number 4 on two-step equations, and this is part 1. There will be a part 2 follow-up later. Okay, so we're going to go through the same problem 3 different ways. So 2x plus 5 equals 9. This is a method called working backwards, okay? So what if I was doing this in order of operations? Let's say there was really a number here. What would I do first? Well, I would multiply this number by 2. So I don't know what x is, but I would multiply it by 2. And I don't know what that answer is going to be, but the next thing I would do is I would add 5. And I would get my answer of 9. So now, working backwards, using inverse operations, the inverse of adding 5 is subtracting 5. Well, 9 minus 5 gives me 4. The inverse of times 2 is dividing by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So that means that x is equal to 2. All right, now we're going to see that same problem again, but this time we're working it out using inverse operations in a more traditional algebraic way, okay? 2x plus 5 equals 9. The first thing I do is I subtract 5 from both sides. These cancel because positive 5 and negative 5 are 0. 9 minus 5 gives me 4. And my 2x comes down. Remember, 2x, this is multiplication. The inverse of multiplication is division, so I'm going to divide by 2. Remember, I do it on both sides of the equal sign. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. These cancel and give me x. Now, it's very important. I don't know how to stress this. You must do checks, and this is what a check looks like. I expect to see checks for every problem. Your check would look like this. You take your answer and you substitute it. Remember, we've talked about substitution in for x. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. Does 9 equal 9? If it does, you got the right answer working it out. If you do not get the same number on both sides, then you need to go back to your problem and rework it. Find your mistake. Okay, this is the last way that we're going to work the same problem. 2x plus 5 equals 9. We're going back to using chips, all right? So in the chips, remember we had black chips equal positive and red chips equal negative. Well, the inverse of positive 5 is negative 5. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negatives. Now, if I put 5 negatives on this side, I must put the same number of negatives on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just going to put one up at the top, 5. All right, so remember we learned about making 0 pairs. So every single positive has a negative, and they cancel. Okay, same thing here. Okay, so what does that leave me? Well, on this side of the equal sign, it leaves me with 2 x's. And on this side of the equal sign, it leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4 positives. Now, I can group these, okay? So I look and I go, well, this X has these two, and this X has those two. So that means that X is equal to 2. Notice we get the same answer no matter how we work it out. All right, so let's look at this one. This is your practice problem. 3x plus 4 equals 13. Choose 2 of the 3 ways. I showed you 3 ways. Choose 2 of them to solve this problem. Okay, solve this equation. We will check your work during warm-ups, or I will. Don't forget to do your check to make sure that you've gotten the right answer. See you tomorrow.